Another day is over on the campus of Bob Jones University. The classrooms, laboratories, the computers are quiet. But I hope the minds of the students are still pondering the things that they have heard and learned today. You know, a Christian does not operate in a mental straitjacket when it comes to the sciences. Here at the university, our science professors have PhDs from leading graduate schools. Rather than being hampered in their scientific pursuit, they have the advantage of sound Christian convictions that provide a true philosophical foundation for their teaching. There is no denying of facts here, but values and judgments are taught on the basis of scriptural principles. The Bible was not written to teach science, but the Bible is scientifically correct. Evolution, therefore, is taught as a seriously flawed theory of man. God's creative act is shown to be better supported by the evidence. The College of Arts and Science at Bob Jones University is not a vocational school. Our purpose is to challenge every person to realize his God-given potential. In addition to courses in your major and minor, there's a blend of the liberal arts, culture, and of course, the Bible. These are necessary for the truly educated to gain an understanding of the interaction of science and life. Careers and technologies come and go, but the God-given humanities remain. The College of Arts and Science has the right teachers, the right facilities, the right emphasis. Down every hallway is a new discovery in science for you.
Discovering God's creation is one way of looking at the division of natural science. The wonder and marvel of creation is examined in every class, bringing strength and maturity to Christian conviction. The courses are comprehensive, providing the foundation necessary for graduate school. The facilities and equipment are outstanding, supplying the tools necessary to uncover the facts, prove the theories, and put thought into action. We have a number of degree programs in the areas of biology, chemistry, and physics, including pre-medicine, pre-veterinary studies, and electronics engineering. The adventure of discovery is just down the hall in the Division of Natural Science.
Okay, today we're going to talk about the division Psychodiophyta, which is affectionately known as the cycads. They belong to the kingdom Plantae, and it is a group of slow-growing tropical plants that we find primarily here in the U.S., down in South Florida, South Louisiana, and Hawaii.
The Department of Biology provides the nucleus of courses for the pre-med and pre-vet programs, as well as a major in biology. The courses of instruction include invertebrate and vertebrate zoology, microbiology, field biology, parasitology, botany, embryology, anatomy, plant taxonomy, pharmacology, entomology, histology, genetics, and cell and molecular biology. So you see that there's tremendous opportunity for study in the field of biology. Our goal is to prepare the student thoroughly for medical school, graduate school, or for the teaching field on the high school level or lower grades as well. The faculty are prepared to teach. All have PhD degrees from leading universities. But more than that, the faculty have a desire to teach and a demonstrated ability to teach. All the classes are taught by full professors, not graduate assistants. And the faculty's full attention is devoted to the students, not research or attempting to get government or industry grants. Availability and personal attention are critical on the undergraduate level as the foundation is laid and knowledge is built upon understanding.
The biology faculty here have really shown a lot of personal attention to me. They've really helped me in my classes and in my labs where I've had conflicts. They've been willing to work outside of the class with me in those labs, come in extra hours and help solve my problems with that. And they've just really showed that they knew their subject material really well, and they wanted to get that across to me through the labs, and they did a very good job at that.
I'd like to welcome you to the Pre-Med Forum today. We're going to discuss the typical day in the life of a neurosurgeon.
Bob Jones University has a number of programs designed specifically to prepare students for medical, dental, and veterinary school. The pre-medicine and pre-dental degree has a choice of a biology or chemistry emphasis. Pre-physical therapy includes special courses on first aid, athletic injuries, kinesiology, and the physiology of exercise. The pre-veterinary program includes principles of animal science and special courses on beef and dairy cattle, in addition to well-designed biology and chemistry requirements. Our graduates have been accepted in leading medical and dental schools. They've been well prepared, and they do well in graduate school and in their professional field. The reason for this is the four-part thrust: strong and demanding academics, interesting and practical lab work, preparation for graduate school admission tests and interviews, and exposure to the real world of both graduate school and the medical professions. The university has a 600-acre farm with both beef and dairy cattle. Pre-veterinary students receive practical, hands-on experience with farm animals. This philosophy extends through the pre-professional majors in the College of Arts and Science.
I think the quality of the academics is very, very good here. If you study and do your classes and do what the teachers ask you to do and the requirements for the courses, you'll be more than adequately prepared for any graduate work that you choose to do.
In my class alone, we scored several, probably 10 points higher on the medical school admissions test than the national average.
Okay, we've already talked about some interesting chemistry involving chlorine and ozone in the atmosphere. We need to answer the question, where does atmospheric chlorine come from? And the source is man-made chlorofluorocarbons, the structures of which I've drawn on the board for 3 of them. One of them...
The Department of Chemistry teaches all the courses necessary for a chemistry emphasis in pre-medicine, as well as a major in chemistry. We cover a wide range of areas after general chemistry, including organic and inorganic chemistry, thermodynamics, physical and analytical chemistry, biochemistry, as well as spectroscopy. The study of science necessitates an enormous amount of equipment. We have well-equipped laboratories with the instruments needed for experimentation. And unlike many large schools, Bob Jones University makes this equipment available on the undergraduate level, giving students access to more equipment and better quality equipment than even some state universities. In the chemistry department, for example, we teach spectroscopy. We have spectrophotometers for X-ray diffraction, ultraviolet visible, and atomic absorption. We have a lab for general chemistry, one for organic or biochemistry, and one for analytical and physical chemistry. From a gas chromatograph to a high-performance liquid chromatograph, the Department of Chemistry has what it takes to teach and to learn.
The academics are very good. They really push you to do your best, and they push so that once you get out, if you want to go to grad school or if you want to teach or go out and get a job, you're well prepared. There's no doubt that you have had a good education.
So now we all know the importance of the index of refraction on what makes diamonds so special. Because of the high index of refraction, the colors are separated even more, and what you see as the sparkle in the diamond is the bright separation of all the different colors of the rainbow from even fairly weak white light. So
the Department of Physics includes majors in engineering science, physics, electronics engineering, and industrial electronics. There are tremendous opportunities for study with classes in general physics, atomic and nuclear physics, electricity and magnetism, and theoretical and applied mechanics. On the electronics side, we have electronic drafting, solid state, power systems, digital electronics, pulse techniques, microprocessors, linear control systems, and design problems, to name a few. These courses lay the groundwork for further growth and development. Science appeals to the inquisitive mind. How does it work? It's also for problem solvers, people who add creativity to what they've learned to produce new ways and new processes. We've had both professors and students win large awards from major companies with creative inventions that solve common problems. Every class is a step toward understanding, toward unlocking mysteries, toward creatively solving problems. A student brings God-given abilities, We provide the knowledge and the tools to use those abilities to their fullest potential.
The labs are good because they have a lot of hands-on experience.
I made a molecular model of this yttrium barium copper oxide superconductor using an X-ray diffraction technique.
Education is a lifelong process, and here we are given the tools to start that lifelong process. We're given that foundation.
The Division of Mathematical Science is composed of the Department of Mathematics and Computer Science. All of the courses have the goal of discovering God's mathematical order and applying that order to solve problems. Our program is traditional in the sense that we teach theory and problem solving. We want our students to understand the math and computer principles, why the theory works, and then to be able to apply those principles to put theory to practical use.
Law of cosines. Let's just review for a second. It says for any triangle ABC, we have little a squared equals little b squared plus little c squared minus 2bc cosine of capital A. A is the angle, little a is the length of the side opposite angle capital A.
The Department of Math teaches the courses needed for physics, engineering, and the other sciences, as well as a major in mathematics. Courses include calculus, discrete math, linear and abstract algebra, statistics, differential equations, and real analysis. 8 math teachers means smaller classes and individual attention. The liberal arts environment, along with strong support minors, yield a well-rounded educational experience. There are great placement opportunities for math majors in science and industry. Our graduates have gone on to study at schools like Virginia Tech, Clemson, Florida, Ohio State, and Rensselaer Polytech. They're able to go forward, to branch into new areas, because they've had a strong foundation in mathematics.
I've really appreciated working with the faculty. It's really been an enjoyable experience.
We are the best prepared that we can be in math, and we know enough to get accepted in graduate schools anywhere.
R-based data types. We talked about these extensively at for the theories at the beginning. You have used data types similar to these: text, currency, integer, real. I don't think we used real and double, but most of you used the others, plus date.
The Department of Computer Science has majors in computer science and data processing management. Instruction includes assembler language, computer logic and hardware design, data structures, compilers, as well as programming languages such as Pascal, C, and COBOL. Computer technology is a leading-edge science. Not only are computers part of every industry, there's a tremendous amount of research into computers and computer programming too. With so many advances in hardware and software, it's important that we prepare our students for today's technology and lay the groundwork for tomorrow's. We have 2 computer labs. One is for the general computer applications classes taken by many students from every academic discipline. The other is a new lab just for majors and minors in computer science and data processing. This makes for a very attractive PC to student ratio. Students have access to networked PCs using MS-DOS, Unix multi-user systems, and terminals to a mainframe computer. There's a great variety of software as well as hardware, with the teaching emphasis on software and software development. The computer science major is preparation toward graduate school. The data processing management degree is geared toward business applications or customer service of software. Both majors benefit from the liberal arts curriculum, gaining the ability to apply principles and to communicate with people in addition to computers.
They really make you work. It's not easy by any standards. You spend a lot of hours programming, but they really push you, and it's good. It's good to get that. I think it builds character.
Although I have no idea what to expect from computers 5 or 10 years down the road, I know that I can always look back on the concepts that I've learned here at Bob Jones University and apply those even 5 or 10 years down the road.
There's a great need for trained men and women in all areas of science. The needs are in teaching, research, and industry. Perhaps the Lord would have you use your talents and abilities in one of the natural or mathematical sciences. Don't be fooled into thinking that a public college will give you a better education in science. Here you have the finest teachers, the laboratories and equipment you need, and a philosophy and atmosphere that will benefit your Christian life. The doors of scientific achievement are open to you. The halls of discovery are also the halls of opportunity here at Bob Jones University.
This is the day that the Lord hath made. We will rejoice and be glad in it.
A day of opportunity is special cause for rejoicing. And at Bob Jones University, the opportunities begin early.
And end late, because BJU simply has more opportunities.
Our minds are a reflection of our Creator. Knowledge, skills, and wisdom can bring us closer to God.
Or drive us away. That's why it's critical for a Christian to study in a Christian college.
At Bob Jones University, our devotion to Christ and His Word is a natural part of every activity and every class.
And so we see that this organism is a marvel of God's creation.
You want to be a good teacher? Well, in order to be a good teacher, you have to get your students to think.
These brass scoring techniques are going to be very useful because there's a tremendous opportunity to use them in church and school music.
The Apostle Paul gives us the key in this passage.
It's important that you understand how the system works.
The principles of human nature affect how we design the marketing mix.
For the Christian, the most important decision is not what you want to do, nor how you will reach your goals, but why. Is your motivation service to the Lord?
More than 100 majors in 22 divisions of 6 different schools.
600 faculty members, experts and professionals, but also with a burning desire to serve their Lord and their students.
And with the finest facilities, everything comes together to provide the most comprehensive opportunities for study.
Bob Jones University is a Christian college. Every student has practical courses of study in the Bible, and every class in every subject is taught from the biblical perspective. This brings great spiritual growth and maturity,
Bob Jones University is a liberal arts college. This core of classes provides the analytical and language skills needed by tomorrow's Christian leaders. And studies by companies like General Motors, AT&T, and Chase Manhattan Bank found that liberal arts graduates were promoted faster, were rated higher in administrative skills, and had more management potential.
Bob Jones University is a complete college. The major and minor you want are available, and the wide range of courses provide opportunities to develop talents and interests. From the College of Arts and Science, the School of Religion, the School of Fine Arts, the School of Education, the School of Business Administration, to the School of Applied Studies. BJU offers just what you need for a lifetime of service to God.
Notice the creative use of line and shape in the design.
You need a good grounding in language before progressing to the creative writing stage.
Now that we've encountered a problem with this program, let's focus all you've learned to solve that problem.
Without hesitation, we take up for our country as decidedly as we would our own family.
Okay, Sean, very good. Let's work on a couple of fundamental principles here. One, be sure to strengthen the narrative.
Creativity is artistic or intellectual inventiveness.
Creativity combines a foundation of knowledge, a discipline of effort, and individual expression.
Bob Jones University encourages creativity by stressing thorough academic preparation, individual discipline, and development of talents.
Bob Jones University has an atmosphere of creativity and an appreciation for the creativity of others.
How's it going? Okay. Start this intro to computer science this afternoon.
Great.
Well,
No, you'll like it. Hey, I've got a free hour. Let's go up to the computer lab and I'll show you around.
Come on, Jennifer, come on, Jennifer.
Yeah!
We'd like to welcome those of you that are new to the team. Before our first game, we'll be stressing the physical conditioning as well as the fundamentals.
Enthusiasm is contagious at Bob Jones University.
Students come from all over the country, from all over the world. You'll learn about new places and meet new faces.
The opportunities at BJU will expand your horizons in every direction. Participation is the door to exploring the potential of your ability.
I understand you've been going to church all your life, but are you sure you're going to heaven?
So we are commanded to be good stewards with what the Lord has entrusted to us.
Service. The direction of Bob Jones University is towards service. Students have a love for each other and a desire to help in any way.
Prayer groups are a nightly opportunity to get together for a short challenge, to share needs and concerns, and to pray for each other. Serving creates an atmosphere of friendship and fellowship, and one of the happiest places on earth.
Students have a concern for the community that translates into action. Christians should be good neighbors and participants in town projects. A concern for the community is a concern for people, and maybe an opportunity to tell them about Christ.
Students have a desire to serve the Lord, and many avenues to fulfill that desire. Local churches present opportunities for preaching and teaching, Sunday school and youth ministries, bus rescue mission and jail services. Extension groups are out every week, providing a variety of service opportunities.
We're going to get back to the metabolism of microorganisms, but let's begin class with prayer.
Okay, guys, let's do our best. Remember, teamwork. Pass the ball around. Lord, help us to play in a way which will please you.
The way to find happiness is to spend your days in this world doing the right thing, doing the God-given thing. And the satisfaction that comes from that is the fulfillment that God intends for us to have. Where do you look for happiness? You don't find happiness by looking for it. You stumble over it on the road to duty.
Bob Jones University seeks to develop the entire person, mind, body, and spirit. But the most important of these is the spirit. The preaching of God's Word is the central part of the day, preaching that is fervent, vibrant, practical.
Spiritual things are naturally woven into every activity.
We said to you last time, you understand that Paul was concerned to write to these people who needed to have the gospel spelled out plainly to them. He cared to write with the knowledge that he might not live to see them if he goes back to Jerusalem. And I urge that you will also care to write to people whom you know right now who do not know Christ as their Savior, because you have no guarantee of tomorrow and need to make sure that that message is delivered at least this one time.
Every teacher is concerned about your questions and problems, about your relationship to the Lord. Spiritual growth and maturity come with the practical application of biblical truths in daily life.
Prayer and devotions, preaching and Bible teaching, classrooms with a Christian philosophy. The total atmosphere of the campus merge in the life, equipping you for spiritual success and Christian leadership.
Anyone making an investment in Christian higher education has the perfect right to ask the question, what are the benefits derived therefrom? What will that education do for me? What can I expect as a return on my investment? Good question. And I hope that thought has crossed your mind, that if you're going to put this much into 4 years, you ought to expect something in return. What will Bob Jones University do for you if you come to this institution? Well, I can tell you that by the grace of God, that we'll prepare you for successful and purposeful Christian living. Now, if that's of interest to you, you'll like BJU. While we have more than 100 different majors in which you can prepare yourself, career preparation is not primarily what this institution is all about. You can get that at a myriad of institutions. There's some 3,000 institutions of higher learning in this country, but there's no place like BJU. It's one of a kind. It's an original. If you want what this school can do for you, there's really nowhere else you can get it. We have the most wonderful faculty here in all the world, dedicated, godly men and women who are worthy examples of the Christian life. And if learning to live the Christian life successfully and biblically is a desire of your heart, you would love BJU. It would be your kind of place. You'd be just as much at home here as you could be anywhere in all the world. And we'd love to have you come and find out for yourself what I'm talking about. I don't know how you could do that better than to come and visit this place and see what the Opportunity Place is all about. You know, my friend, there may be a cheaper education somewhere. It would be hard to find because the faculty here are extremely sacrificial. Because of that, BJU is about the least expensive education anywhere in America. But suppose you could find one for a little less money. Would you be getting a bargain, or would you just be getting an inexpensive education? For instance, if I wanted to go out and find an inexpensive car, I might find one for $4,000, $5,000, or $6,000. But I wouldn't be getting a bargain. I would just be getting an inexpensive car. On the other hand, if I went out and found a $70,000 Mercedes for $15,000, I'd be getting a big bargain. Bob Jones University, because of what it offers you, is a bargain. It ought to cost you 2 or 3 times what it costs you. But for a real bargain, you can't beat BJU. And I hope you'll come and find out for yourself if you and the university might be compatible, if you might not be a good match. And the only way to really do that is to visit. Can we count on seeing you soon? We'd love to. And I hope you'll let us know that you're coming to test drive BJU, the Opportunity Place.
Bob Jones University provides the highest academic quality to develop your abilities and creativity.
Bob Jones University has the opportunities to expand your horizons, to reach new heights of achievement.
Bob Jones University has a heart of spiritual love and devotion to ignite a flame of service in your life.
Tomorrow is another day. A day of opportunity for you here at Bob Jones University.